Hello guys, I'm still talking about like Halloween stuff. Also, you're probably wondering, am I going to be buying props this year? Well, it's too early for that yet. And, well, the prices are going to be pretty expensive, of course, so that's going to be another thing that, I mean, I may try, but I'm not going to be, I don't think I'm going to be as crazy about it since the prices keep going up and the quality keeps going down. That's my main issue. I it's almost like better off buying the older props because they just still don't have as much problems. Anyways, I want to talk more about like Halloween stuff, like just anything that comes to my mind that possibly I can. I guess I just want to talk right now at this minute. Want to talk about some of the older Halloween stuff I used to have that, yeah, you don't see much anymore. Maybe you forgot about. Well, here's some. Here's my bleeding skull head. That one was a really cool bleeding head. Like, no kidding. That thing always got full with blood. I didn't have that for very long. It got broken. I've had the bleeding tombstone, the bleeding skull head. That was actually the first and best bleeding prop I've ever had. And I've had a couple, actually. That was my first one. And then I got the bleeding tombstones, which the tombstones were alright. They're pretty cool. And then I had that one. That one is probably the worst bleeding one out of all of them because you can't even really see the blood. It's just a red line. There still is liquid in there, but like it does not really show. That's the problem. Like it's just a small little drip of blood that drips down its head. It's not as cool. I mean, the sound effects that it does is cool, and it's kind of deaf. It's not as easy to set off either. And then I had a zombie head from Kmart in 2008, I believe, and it was alright, but it still just wasn't cool like that one was. And the sound effects on it were actually kind of annoying. It sounds like constipated noises, and it just was really annoying and irritating to the ears just because of the way it screams. But it still had that thing where it just had a couple of, like, maybe like 4 lines of blood that would drip down. That one most likely had it, but that zombie head one still wasn't as cool. Like, this one was still no doubt the coolest. But I probably won't buy really bleeding ones. Like, that's probably the rarest, maybe, too. That was at CVS Pharmacy. But I've noticed something with the bleeding ones. They all quit bleeding after a certain amount of time. Because every one of them I've gotten besides that one, because it broke by being dropped. And I didn't drop it, it was someone else, but I'm not saying. But, yeah, it would have broke anyways, though, because I had 2 of those tombstone ones. My first one had a lot of blood in it, so it squirted down pretty well, but it broke after a week or something, maybe 1 or 2 weeks. Got another one, a second one. Didn't have that much blood in it. It was bad at bleeding. Lasted about a year this time, though, but it quit bleeding. That head quit bleeding. It still would light up and moan. And then the zombie head from Kmart. That one probably lasted the shortest out of all of them. That one didn't last very long, and that one quit bleeding. That one was dropped and all the blood came out of it. It all leaked out, but it would have done the same thing. I'm pretty sure of it. But they are cool. I just wonder why they quit bleeding, though. It doesn't really make sense. I've never found out why. I mean, obviously I found out why the floating ghost screen snap, but I don't know why they quit bleeding. I'm just gonna go over, show you this video a little bit, because you've probably forgotten about it. Because this is actually my only video actually showing it. And you can't really hear it because there's a bunch of other stuff in the background. Still can't hear it, whatever. See, look at how great that one is. So yeah, that's one of the cool ones I had. I think that's mainly the one that's been forgotten about on my channel. I I don't know, I had a lot of like really old rare Halloween stuff, and that's what my channel actually became known for, like having some of the rarest Halloween stuff made, but I don't technically have all of it anymore, which is sad. But it can always be remembered in my older videos. I think if you go to my playlists, Halloween stuff, and Halloween stuff too. There's a lot of my old Halloween videos in those, I think. Oh, not I think there is. I have some of the old videos of recording in stores of 2007. They're not named, they're like this. But if you want to see that and just get some memories back, you can watch those. I know the quality's not good, and you always see this frame around those kinds of videos. The reason that is there is because it was recorded off of a DVD player, because obviously that was before I had YouTube, and that's when I put my recordings on DVD, when all I had was the floating ghosts and all that stuff. Floating ghosts, spirit balls, and shaking stuff. Because I would always buy that kind of stuff, because, you know, there was no rising stuff yet from Spirit and all that stuff. But that's why there's a frame around there, because there's no way I could have uploaded it normally. But it's still better than nothing. The only thing I hate about some of them is I actually talk in the background, and that actually kind of ruins it. And now I can't re-record them really, because all those DVDs are scratched up. I know, right? Scratch up all the old memories. But there's a lot more I wish I could have gotten on from there, but all of them are just too scratched up to record. I've tried. But you can go there to watch some of the old videos.